السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام.
ازي حضرتك يا مستر؟
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. We are going to explain a lesson called chemical reaction of metal. Okay. In this lesson, we are going to explain chemical reaction of metal with oxygen and chemical reaction with water. Chemical reaction of metal with oxygen. Okay. Any element react with oxygen, this process is called oxidation. Oxidation means the reaction between any element and oxygen. This reaction produces element oxide. Element oxide. Okay, you understand what's the meaning of oxidation? Oxidation means react of element with oxygen and produce element oxidation. Element oxidation. Okay. Now, the first element here is copper. React copper. Copper react with oxygen to produce copper oxide. What's the properties of copper oxide? Copper oxide here. Copper oxide has black powder with glowing. And then the first one of this element of metal is copper. Copper react with oxygen to produce copper oxide. Copper oxide has black color, powder, and glowing flame. The chemical equation between copper and oxygen represented by Cu, 2Cu plus oxygen O2 reduce 2CuO. 2 and 2, this is a chemical balance. Okay, you should understand well this equation. Copper react with oxygen, produce copper oxide. Copper oxide, its properties black powder. black powder. When the copper burn with oxygen, produce black powder and glowing flame without glowing, sorry, without glowing يعني مفيش توهج. There is no glowing. Again, copper, the first element here, first metal, copper. Copper, when burned with oxygen, produce copper oxide. What are the properties of copper oxide? Copper oxide has black color, is form powder, the burning without glowing. يعني إيه without glowing? There is no light in this reaction. This reaction represented by the following equation. Okay. Cu plus O2 give CuO. When make equal equation balance, put 2 before Cu and 2 before CuO. عايز اكتب Again, the second element or second metal is iron. Iron react with oxygen, produce iron oxide. Iron will react with oxygen, produce iron oxide. What are the properties of iron oxide? Iron oxide has yellow spark. Spark, what's the meaning of spark? When the iron burn with oxygen is produce spark, his spark is yellow. And it has black color and or powder. عايز اكتب اختفوا Okay, so iron react with oxygen, produce iron oxide. The properties of iron oxide, huh? black powder, okay, and produce yellow spark. What's the meaning of spark? Spark is like very acute light. Sodium will react with oxygen, produce sodium oxide. Sodium oxide. The properties of sodium oxide, regards to oxide, yellow flame, okay, white powder. Okay, يعني عندنا sodium oxide, two properties. Number one, yellow flame and white powder. Understand? This equation represented by the following symbols. 4Na plus O2 produce 2Na2O. Understand? The last metal here is gold. Gold burn with oxygen and don't change. The gold burn with oxygen and don't change. Gold, when burn with oxygen, it changes from solid to liquid only, or semi-liquid, or semi-solid. But when cold, it returns back to solid again. So there's no change in gold. If you give me example, which question for gold react with oxygen and not change, true or false? True. Okay. Again, again. I will explain the reaction of metal with oxygen again. Number one, copper react, copper react with oxygen to produce copper oxide. Copper oxide. The result is copper oxide, black powder, and there is no glowing when the copper react with oxygen. Okay. Number two, iron. Iron react with oxygen to produce iron oxide. Iron react with oxygen to produce iron oxide. Iron oxide has zero sparks, black color, and its form is powder. Okay. Sodium react with oxygen to produce sodium oxide. Sodium oxide is properties is yellow flame and has color, its color white, and its form is powder. Right. Sodium, gold don't react with oxygen, but heat it, transfer it from solid to semi solid. Okay, from solid to semi solid. But don't change when the gold again, it return to its state solid again. Understand? Reaction of metal with water. Reaction of metal with water. The first one, copper. احنا قلنا copper is react with oxygen produce copper oxide. With oxygen produce copper oxide. But in water, copper don't react with cold or with steam of water. Cold water or with steam. Steam mean water vapor or heated water. Okay, so copper don't react with cold water or with steam. Iron doesn't react with cold water, but when the metal heated in steam, hydrogen is produced slowly. This is represented by the following equation. Fe 3Fe plus 2H2O produce هنا في علامة heating معناها this heat معناها this presence of heat equal produce oxide ferric oxide and hydrogen or hydrogen hydrogen gas produced. So iron doesn't react with water, but react with when heated in steam. So the iron react with heated water. Okay. In this reaction, the hydrogen is produced. The third one, magnesium. Magnesium react with cold water. Magnesium is react with cold water. But very slowly to produce hydrogen and magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide. When the metal is heated in steam, hydrogen gas produced quickly. So magnesium react with water, cold water slowly, but react with heated or with steam. The reaction is quickly. Okay, magnesium react with cold water and very slowly to produce hydrogen and magnesium oxide. When the metal is heated in steam, it produces hydrogen gas produced quickly. Magnesium, this reaction represented by this equation, magnesium Mg plus water 2H2O produce magnesium oxide MgOH all 2 plus hydrogen is produced. Potassium potassium is very lighter, dense lighter than water, so it floats on the surface of water. When potassium react with water, persist into flame, immediately produce flame, and hydrogen bubbles are rapidly produced. So potassium has strongly reacted with water. Strongly reaction with water. When put sodium on the water, okay, it produce flame and gas hydrogen bubbles are rapidly produced. And there is clear solution of potassium hydroxide. Potassium hydroxide. ايش عبيدات حسين انت عايز ايه يا حسين رفع ايديك ليه؟
مستر شوف مهند ايش قاعد يساوي بالشات.
محمد مهند ماشي الشات خلينا نركز مستر محمود اسمع عايزين نقفل الشات ايوه الشات عايزين نقفل ده مستنيك خلاص طيب في حاجة تانية يا عبيدات فيها سؤال في الشرح؟
لا كله كويس.
الدرس واضح يعني؟
واضح.
اوكي ما شاء الله. طيب عبيدات مريم Yes, Mariam.
Excuse me, mister. Does
Yes.
potassium need heat to produce, to react with oxygen?
Again?
Does potassium need heat to react with oxygen?
Potassium? No,
Yes.
I want to close chat. Any question again? Any question, odds? Mariam?
I just said it. Does it need heat? The potassium?
No potassium, not heat. But any element react with oxygen, okay, produce element oxide. Okay. Some
Okay.
element need heat, some element don't need heat. Close chat.
Thank
On. عشان في ولد يكتب حاجة لا لا مش عارف. Yes, Yasin. Yasmin. Yasmin.
Yes, Mister. Yes,
Yes.
Mister.
Any question?
Mister, could you repeat, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. I will complete the lesson and discuss at the end of lesson. Okay. Potassium. Potassium react with cold water quickly and produce hydrogen and flame. And sodium float also on the water surface and react strongly with water, producing whizzing sound. Okay, whizzing sound. As hydrogen gas are quickly produced around it and clear sodium hydroxide forms. Again, sodium float on the surface of the water and react strongly, okay, with water, producing whizzing sound as the hydrogen. Why this sound produced? Because the hydrogen gas are quickly produced around it and clear sodium hydroxide forms. This reaction represented by the following equation: 2Na plus H2O produce 2NaOH and hydrogen and heat. Because here heat is produced, because the reaction between sodium and water very, very strongly and produce heat as a result of this reaction. Okay, calcium react with cold water, produce bubble of hydrogen and clear calcium hydroxide form. So we can conclusions these reactions, any element react with water, produce element hydroxide, except in the first two. Iron don't produce element oxide but produce element oxide. Copper don't react with water or heated water. Okay, again, reaction of metal with water. The first one, copper, don't react with cold water or with steam. Okay, iron don't react with cold water but react with steam. Right. Magnesium react with cold water very slowly but react with steam very quickly. Understand? Potassium react strongly with cold water. Sodium reacts strongly with cold water and producing whizzing sound due to presence of a production of hydrogen gas. Calcium reacts with cold water, produce bubble of hydrogen and clear calcium hydroxide. Okay. Yes, Yasmin. Yasmin, any questions? Mujahid.
Yes, Mister. Does calcium react with hot water?
Don't need hot water because when put it in cold water, the reaction is finished. Okay.
What is the
Hmm.
what is the result?
The result of calcium when react with water produce two products. The first one, hydrogen. The second one, calcium hydroxide. Okay. The hydrogen evolved and go away from the container and stir solution. This solution called calcium hydroxide. Understand?
Okay, thank you.
The equation represented here, I will, calcium hydroxide, CaOH, all 2, and hydrogen, okay? Obaida, Hussein.
Yes, Mister.
Yes, حبيبي اتفضل.
إيش what?
You are raising your hand. What do you want?
No, I raised by accident.
Accent? Okay. Everyone, open your book. 1 minute. Yes, Ahmed Omar, what do you want?
Mister, can you repeat from the first page because I was not here?
Okay, reaction of metal with oxygen.
Yes.
Okay,
Me.
listen
First page.
to be carefully. Okay.
Mister, I came here from copper. If there is up than copper, something above copper.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Understand or repeat again?
No, Mister, I understand.
Everyone, open your book, page 147. Okay. 147. There is a draw here. The test tube contain metal of magnesium or iron or zinc. This experiment explain what are the products in hydrogen product during the reaction of metal with water. Here, put a wall soaked in water and a piece of iron, and the tube raised from this test tube to water. Beaker contain water. The reaction applied by heating. Okay, the element react with water and produce hydrogen. We can collect the hydrogen in upset test tube. There is bubble produced from the chemical. Yes, I am.
Mister,
Yes.
page what, Mister? 147?
147.
Okay, Mister, thanks.
Open your book 147 to explain the experiment. All okay. Listen to me. There is a test tube contain soaked wall soaked in water. Here element, metal element like magnesium or zinc or iron. Okay, apply here heat. There is a test tube. This beaker contain water. These are bubbles raised from the chemical action. Heat. Okay. This test tube contain soaked wall soaked in water. Yes.
You forgot the rubber band.
What?
Mister, in this image you draw 147, Mister.
Yes. This is the row.
Mister, did we have a rubber band?
Yes. ركز معايا بس. Concerned with me this picture was drawn in the board. Okay. This
Okay.
tube contain two parts. Wall soaked in water and a metal element like magnesium, zinc, or iron. Okay? Apply heating in this tube to react the element with water because these are element react with heated steam. Okay? The production here. Production here. Producing observation, we observe bubbles raised in the inverted test tube. Collect these bubbles and remove away this test tube. And how you can determine or detect this hydrogen gas by applying a match to the opening of this tube we can hear pop sound. Pop sound. This indicates presence of hydrogen gas. Okay, when you apply a match to this inverted test tube, you hear pop sound. This means the presence gas here is hydrogen gas. You understand? So the reaction between the metal and water, there is the mean product here is hydrogen. Okay, you understand what is the aim of this experiment? The aim of this experiment to explain the first product of this test is hydrogen gas. You understand? Yeah. Yes, yeah.
Sir, I
Any
have a
question?
question.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hmm?
the first word on the left side. What's this? W-O, and what's after it?
Yeah.
Yes,
Raise your
mister.
voice. Raise your voice.
Okay. The first word on the left side. W-O. I don't know what's after it. What's this word?
I don't hear you.
The first one on the left
First
side.
one in metal react with oxygen or metal react with water.
No, something stacked in water. Something stacked in water.
Something.
A word stacked with water. I don't know what this word. It's not written well.
صوتك very.
Mister,
Yes.
he means he didn't understand the word soaked in water. Soaked in water.
Soaked. Yes, yes. Wall soaked in water يعني contain water. Wall when put water put wall in water, the wall absorb water. Okay.
Yes.
Understand?
Yes, mister. Thank you.
Put wall in any liquid, the wall absorbs this liquid. So
Yes.
wall soaked in water. Understand? What's the meaning of soaked? Soaked يعني absorb the liquid.
Yes.
Anyone has a questions for this lesson? If you want to ask, raise your hand. Yes. I finished this lesson now. If anyone don't understand the lesson, raise his hand. معاذ. سيفي زازن. ياسين ناصر. Yes. Roba. Understand the lesson? Anyone need any question? Isra? Yes. Yes, Isra.
Mister, I didn't understand the magnesium in the reaction with water.
Magnesium
Yes.
again. New share.